Hello, party people. Hopefully this one doesn't take an hour. We haven't been in PlayStation Blue Room in a while. I regret that. Nevertheless, here it is. These are the top 10 questions I get asked, especially when someone tries to add me as a friend on PlayStation Network, which I have no problem with, by the way. You know what my name is. Like, I can only have so many friends on the PlayStation Network, but I'm not going to be number one anytime soon. Let's just get the cat out of the bag and realize that that's probably true, because by many factors, I don't region stack. I don't have a team. I don't share my account with anyone, so I mean, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just a little distracted. These are the top 10 questions that I get asked, and they're in no particular order. Like, the first one is not the most significant one, for example, or the last one for that matter. It's just 10 of them that I picked out off the top of my head. I went through some old PlayStation friend requests that I've gotten, and usually the question I type in response is, "Did you find me on YouTube?" Why do I ask that? It's for my own personal studies. I'm just curious. Are you finding me on Twitch, for example? I know I just started, but that's just an example. On Twitch, are you finding me on, I don't know, fucking PlayStation profiles? Obviously, are you finding me on YouTube? Are you finding me through word of mouth? These are just things that I just like to know, and I usually don't ask anything after that, because, well, it's not like I think I'm going to be bothering you if I ask more questions, or you're going to be bothering me if you ask more questions, for that matter. I just don't know what to say. I mean, I assume people friend request me because they want to see my trophy list. You don't have to add me on the PlayStation Network just to see my trophy list. Just go to psnprofiles.com/TCB-Gaming-PS. That's the PlayStation Network name. Yes, it did used to be under TonyCouldveBeen, but I accidentally reserved that name for a different account, and I can't transfer it. So, there you go. And it works out because there is TCB-Gaming-PC for my Steam account that I say I'm going to start working on all the time, but I never do. Okay, guys, that was a little intro to this video. I'm going to start with question number 1. No particular order. Question number 1 coming up next. So, question number 1. Why? One word question. Why? Why am I a trophy hunter? Why do I collect platinums? I do have 100% games. It's rarer, but they do exist on my trophy list. Why did I start becoming serious about this? So let me explain a little bit. I'm trying to give as little background as possible. I had PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 back in the day. Obviously, there was no trophy system, and I ended up acquiring a PlayStation 3. And I think I played it every once in a while, and like, it wasn't till a little bit of time after that that I actually got some platinums. I think it was at PlayStation 4 where I actually started trophy hunting. I went backwards to the PS3 so I could get the trophies that I missed. For example, right now, I'll show you right now. So I'm looking at psnprofiles.com/TCB-Gaming-PS, and I'm looking at my my first few platinums dating as far back as 2016-ish, if you want to call it that. So technically, Diablo 3 was my first platinum. After that, I played like 2K15, 2K16 and NBA for you those of you that don't know. But it was just a hobby. I was trying to get every single trophy, which in my opinion is a very difficult feat because sports games tend to be very difficult to platinum, unless you're a prodigy. If you guys think I'm a prodigy, I'm not. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. My second platinum was Tales of Zestiria, the Tales of saga, right? I enjoyed it. I had a lot of difficulty not only platinuming it, but 100%ing it, because there was DLC that one trophy in particular was very difficult, and I thought I posted a video of how I did it, but no one's ever asked me about it, so like probably because this is right at the beginning of the massive trophy list. But anyway, the question at hand that I still haven't answered is why? Why would I put myself through this agony, this arguable waste of money, waste of time? Why would I put myself through this? The simplest answer that I can give is this: I get bored very easily, and it really bothers me when I buy a game that I was looking forward to and it doesn't capture my interest. Buying the game on disc, looking forward to it, in some cases pre-ordering it, and it doesn't live up to the hype. And what did I start doing when I was bored out of my mind? I would take a look at the trophies, and I would look at them. I'd be like, okay, I don't have this one. If I'm not going to finish this game, I might as well try to get whatever from it. I mean, like dopamine, right? Dopamine. There are games that I do have the platinum for, but it's not 100% when you count in the DLC and stuff, expansion, whatever you want to call it. So again, why? I wish I could give an answer that answers everyone's questions about trophy hunting in general. I'm not trying to justify it for myself, because I'm a firm believer in this next statement, and I'll repeat this next statement as many times as I have to. In regards to trophy hunting, in regards to just casually playing video games, if you're not having fun, then what the fuck are you doing? If you're not having fun getting all these trophies, spending all this money, spending all this time, then what the fuck are you doing? It's like, you're entitled to play the PlayStation however way you want it. I'm just telling you how I do it, and how I don't understand why other people do it in a similar fashion that I do, whether it be trophy hunter or whatever, and they're not having fun. They're getting frustrated, they're getting stressed out, and to an extent, is a challenge nice? Of course, I might not be talking like Elden Ring challenge, but with a fairly difficult game, or like NBA 2K for that matter. So it's just like, if you ask me why, if you said, Tony, why are you trophy hunting? The simplest response I can give is this: because I can. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2. How long does this take you? Officially or unofficially? That's my response to that. That's my response of a question to that. Now, if you're asking me, I already answered when I got my first platinum, 2016, just to refresh your memory on question number 1. Question number 2, if you're asking me when was my very first trophy, whether that be a bronze, silver, or gold, my very first trophy, according to the PSN profiles, webpage, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds, and that was for the PS3. I did not get the platinum in that game. I would like to think that I came pretty close, but the hardest trophies were the ones out of my grasp, and which kind of boggles my mind. Is like, if you're a trophy hunter and you never buy a game that you can't platinum, are you gonna spend the rest of your time playing PlayStation just to get that one platinum for that one game that seems out of your grasp? I mean, could I have gotten better at fighting games like Street Fighter and whatnot, Marvel vs. Capcom, whatever? Of course. Did I want to? Not really. Believe it or not, I know this is hard to believe, I was playing the game for fun. I was playing this game with actual people that I knew in real life. These weren't strangers. These weren't online friends. These weren't former guild members from my clan, whatever. Like, this was me playing a game with people that I knew. And that, unfortunately, sadly, that became a rarity. Even rarer than it was in the past. Now it's basically non-existent. So there's this guy named Riker, right? He's a Diablo 4, or Diablo in general, partner with Blizzard Games, Activision Blizzard. He got information from Blizzard, I believe, or his source, whatever. 85% of people who play Diablo 4 play it single player. A multiplayer game, majority of people play single player. 85%. That's not even the majority. That's the overwhelming majority. So, the problem is this. I play every game I platinum pretty much single player. Maybe higher than 85%, I don't know. But if you're asking me how long, the very first trophy was, I believe, on March 26, 2011. It is now October 19th, 2024. I mean, you do the math, right? 24 minus 11 is what? What is that? It's 13 years. I have been trophy hunting for 13 years. Unofficially, it began in 2016, but I have been a part of the PlayStation trophy system since 2011. I'm looking at my list right now, and you guys are free to here, let me just show it real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about, because there's some people out there who have not heard of PSN profiles. It's crazy to me. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, let me oh shit, sorry, some technical difficulties. Okay, yeah, Porto 2 at the bottom there. I've only gotten 3 of 51 trophies for that game. And would you like to know why? Well, I'll tell you why. I was playing the game primarily with one of my ex-girlfriends, and after we broke up, I just it's not like it was overwhelmingly sentimental or anything. I just lost interest, because like the only reason I was playing it with her was because it made her happy. So I mean, it's kind of a sad story, I understand. It's kind of a downer, but that's life. When you get to my age, which you will, when you get to my age, a lot of stuff starts making sense, and that's quite different when you're in your 20s and even 30s and nothing fucking makes sense. But I reassure you that a lot of things will make sense by the time you get older. Moving on. Number 3. What games? Okay. I know this is kind of... it was poorly phrased by me, my apologies, but to me this question asks, what games did you platinum by majority? The majority of the platinums you have, what kind of games are they? If you asked me that like 5 years ago, before the pandemic, if you asked me what kind of games I played, then, you know, generally easy games, you know, whatever. Like, sometimes there's games I'm interested in, sometimes there are games that's recommended to me, sometimes I see a trailer, a commercial, etc. If you ask me today, what kind of games do I play? Do you know someone named Bad Driver? As far as I'm concerned, Bad Driver's a legend. This dude is a motherfucking legend on YouTube, on PlayStation, maybe even other aspects of real life. I have no idea. But when I say I played games mostly by reviewed, and, you know, Bad Driver makes guides to these games. They are generally easy platinums. Yes, the majority of the games I play are easy platinums. What did I say about dopamine? I mean, are you really gonna blame me? At least I'm honest about it. At least I don't hide trophies on my trophy list. Dude, like, let's take a look at our list right now. Like, tell me what trophies you see that are embarrassing that you think I was gonna hide. No, seriously. Like, show me some embarrassing trophies. Alright? We'll go by this. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Save the Doge? The dog? Whatever it is? Like, that was a great game. I did make a little guide to this game. It wasn't a guide, it was just like my experience with it. Vampire Survivors, wow, look at how hard that game is. Wow. Especially to 100%. Wow, you put all the cheat codes and you're good. Whatever. The PS4 version stack too. Wow. Okay. The jumping bullshit games that this company broke out. Genshin Impact. Wow, pay to win game. Okay. So yeah, like, I'm not hiding any of these games, guys. Like, if you were demented enough to count every single one of these, you see that no trophies are hidden on my trophy list. Count the number of platinums and tell me where is the missing platinum. Does that answer your question in terms of what games? I hope it does. Okay, we're gonna get back to the topics at hand. Question number 4. When will you stop? Whoever said I was gonna stop? I try to say that in like cool guy mode as much as possible. Like, when did I say I will stop? I don't. That's my manly deep voice, because, you know, I can do the girl voice if you guys. Anyway, when will I stop? Back to the matter at hand. Let's be serious now. This is a serious top 10 questions video. When will I stop? I don't know. Because I was gonna say to a small degree when I just decided in my head that this is the main reason that I don't plan on quitting trophy hunting. As long as PlayStation exists, maybe some other console will come out and that will be the universal console. Maybe it will be government owned. I have no idea. Well, I think, not to get too personal here, yeah, I'm on my YouTube channel, too personal, okay. When I decided I didn't want to have kids, I didn't necessarily want to settle down that way, that, it was a personal choice. Unfortunately, there were some casualties, so to speak, and it didn't seem realistic in my head to be taking care of a family, my own immediate family, with my wife and my kids, whatever, my 1.5 pets. It just seemed like my time will be better devoted to people who matter instead of virtual people that matter. But now that I've come to terms that I don't want that to happen, I'm not saying it will or will not, I'm saying I don't want it to happen. It's just a piece of my past that I personally don't want to let go. It's something I enjoy, it's a hobby. I take my hobby seriously. But to answer that question in terms of when will I stop, I don't plan to. I plan on taking breaks, of course, when I hit 3,000, for example. I'm at 2,955 now, I believe. Don't ask me how I know that. I just know. But yeah, I think when I realized I was gonna quote unquote have a normal life, I'm gonna need something to occupy my time. I'm not saying my life is gonna be depressing. I'm saying my life is not gonna be typical. My life is not normal, and it will not ever be normal. And that's something I've tried to come to grasp with. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people get their self-fulfillment through working for a non-profit organization. Some people get it through being vegan. Some people get it through building houses for the underprivileged, etc. Like Habitat for Humanity. I couldn't think of that for some reason, but I hope that answers that question. By the way, guys, to any of these questions, if you have follow-up questions, be sure to contact me somehow if you don't want to make them public. Okay. Question number 5. How much money did I spend? How much money did I spend in this process? Not as much as you think. Because you want to know something about Easy Platinums? Generally, they're very cheap. Generally. Now, does the cost of a game equate to how good that game is? If you're a gamer, that should be a resounding no. Vampire Survivors cost like $5 for all the DLC they put on the PlayStation version. It's like, they didn't have to do that. Will there be future DLC? I hope, because I find the game enjoyable. It's even enjoyable to watch like fucking Asmund go play it. It's just very relaxing to me. So it's like, if you okay, let's do some math here. Okay, let me get the calculator out. If we do, right, 2,955, right, this is number of platinum, so I bought at least 2,955 games, unless they came free with the network or the membership, whatever. But keep in mind, there are 100% only games that don't have platinums that I can't, right at the moment, with the search engine capability, I can't keep track of that. So, and because in general, the majority of the games I play, I would say maybe 90% of the games on my trophy list, this one comprehensive trophy list, they're probably Easy Platinums. That 10% that is not, those are just games I'm interested in, whether I platinum them or not. I can't think of an example off the top of my head. NBA 2K, blah, blah, blah. No matter what year. I had never platinumed the NBA 2K game. Had I bought the NBA 2K game over and over every year that the new season starts? No. I've bought the majority of them. I just got tired of it because it's the same old shit. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. But if we figure, right, with cross buy, with these $2 platinums, with these $1 platinums, if we assume a easy platinum is typically like around $5. It's called PS4 and PS5 stack, but it doesn't matter whether they're cross buy or not. Let's forget that for now. 2,955, right? Divided by 5, as in $5. That is a seem right. Boy, if those. Okay, so I would take 591 times 5. Oh, okay. I've spent around $2,955. Was it more than that? Yes, it was. Do I know? No, I don't. If you're gonna start trophy hunting, I hope you're young. I hope you have disposable income, and I hope you realize that this is not a cheap hobby, no matter what you may think. Because you know what is more important than money? Time. Time is more important than money. Can some of these games take you months to platinum? Yes. Can some of them take you 10 seconds to platinum? Yes. What kind of trophy hunter do you want to be? That is what you need to ask yourself. And if you don't, it doesn't matter. Because you already played, you already paid for the PlayStation. You're already in the system. They already got you. Am I wrong? Are you on PSN profiles? I mean, like, they already got you. That's okay. I hope that answers that question, because I don't have an exact number. Like, if I wanted to go through 3,000 games just to tell you the number, let me know. Now think about it. Moving on. Number 6. Okay. I know I asked this one. I answered this one already. The question was, when did you start? I get that question a lot. If you're wondering, the easiest way to see when I started, I'll just explain the technical aspect of it. Go to psnprofiles.com, right? Look for my username, which is not hidden. I'm just saying. When the list loads, it's obviously not going to load the whole fucking 3,000 list. Hold pig down, or as some people call it, page down, and just keep holding it till it gets to the PS3 game I see at the bottom, which is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And there's your answer. It started in March 2011. Very close to April 2011, but it was still March. Now, I mean, what else can I say about it, right? I guess when people ask me when I started, I don't really know how to answer that, because it's not like I woke up one day and said, I'm just gonna start getting as many platinums as I can. And like, I'm thinking about it, right? And I'm just like, how did it happen? How did I reach 10 platinums, 50, 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? How did I let it get that high? And I don't know. I mean, I know when I got the platinum, it felt good. It felt like a false sense of accomplishment. But it wasn't false to me. It meant a lot to me. And I hate to say this, but especially if I was with one of my exes at the time, this was like the only source of like achievement, of success that I felt like I had. And I'll be the first to admit, that's fucking sad. And it was that way for a number of reasons. And at some point, I would like to think, and I do think, I moved beyond that. And like, I know it doesn't make sense, because like, if I say I grew up a little bit, then the stereotypical question is, why are you still playing video games then? There's a lot of stuff on YouTube right now, right? Little tangent here, a little off topic. Women hate that men today like to play video games. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. There are even some women out there that play video games. Wow. Holy shit. Wow, I would have never guessed that would happen anyway, yo. No, seriously though, like, I don't know. When did it start becoming like a habit? I don't want to say addiction, but like, because I've taken breaks before. If I was seriously addicted, I wouldn't take a break. Because, you know, like, in general, I'm not missing that much. If you think about it, unless there's a specific game coming out that I definitely want to play, I can get these easy platinums at any time. Generally, these easy platinums aren't even on sale because they're already fucking dirt cheap. So what fucking game am I missing that I have to play? First of all, I don't have to play a damn thing I don't want to play. So like, it's different if you recommend me a game, but if you straight up tell me play this game, why the fuck would I listen to that? Who do you think told me to play all these easy platinums? Nobody did. I decided that on my own volition, on my own accord, to pick those games that I wanted to play. I hope that answers that. I hope that's a little bit of follow-up information for that question I already answered. Number 7. What is my favorite and my rarest platinum? Not interchangeably, you know, like, I don't have a favorite that happens to be the rarest. That could happen for some people, it does, for some trophy hunters, even non-trophy hunters. My favorite platinum, damn, yo, that's hard. It's hard. I know my rarest is the Path of Exile platinum. And that actually meant a lot to me because I actually met some people online and we played this game together. I wasn't very good at it based on a number of reasons. Internet connection, fucking PS4 Pro that was overheating all the time. Let's see. That would be the rarest. My favorite. Damn. If I could only pick one. Damn. I'm thinking back on it. Let me browse this list a bit. I know I had this loaded up for a reason. There's not like a whole bunch of them, but like there's definitely ones. Uncharted 4, that was a good one. We're just talking about platinums here, we're not talking about 100%. But my Life is Strange, Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange True Colors. There's like a lot of like dinky little games, like those live action games, like Late Shift. Story-based Telltale games when Telltale still existed. I think it still exists. I think he brought it back, but Reaper of Souls. It's just if this question is with the stipulation that I can only pick one, I'm listing some of my favorite ones right now. There's a lot of PS3 ones I missed, like Sly Cooper. I did go back and get those games and platinum them, of course. Jack and Dexter, blah blah blah. Some PlayStation VR games. I never end up getting VR2. I don't want to talk about it. the Uncharted trilogy, for example, with the spin-off, of course. Creed, Rise to Glory, the PSVR boxing game. Like, favorite doesn't necessarily mean most difficult or rarest. That's all I'm saying. Mortal Kombat X. Like, some of these games I made little reviews, little guides of. One Night Stand. I'll just randomly go. Oh my, I'm not even at the middle of the list yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh, I feel like I've done this before. There's a listing of items. We're not gonna do that. Favorite. Damn. My answer to that is this. I can't pick just one. I can't. That's like if I was a family man, which I'm never gonna be. But let's say if I was, let's say picking my favorite child. Come on now. You can't do that shit. Come on. No, I'm not equating platinum trophies to live children. Come on now. But I can't pick just one. I can't. I wish I could answer that. I can't. Number 8. What game is the next platinum? And I'm assuming you guys mean, because I get this question answered a lot. Like, usually they'll say real platinum, a real game. You know, like what's the next, like, you know, AAA game that I'm gonna play? I mean, obviously I'm gonna finish Genshin Impact at some point. I'll finish Diablo 4 at some point, depending on how many expansions they release. I don't think it's gonna be as many as they project, because the game is not. I was gonna say the game is not good, but it's not getting good reviews, and it's getting a lot of bad publicity when you compare it to the upcoming Path of Exile 2. When you compare it to like Throne and Liberty, which is something I regret not getting into, but it was a free-to-play game, which I don't know if it's pay to win, but I'm pretty sure it probably is. If it is free-to-play, come on now. Yes, I understand there's free games out there that are not free to play. Okay. Do I care? I mean, like if I hear about a game, I hear about a game. If I don't, I don't. Am I gonna purposely go? I don't even know how long it's been since I actually went like on the fucking internet and I looked for a game that I wanted to play. Because all I do on the internet when it comes to PlayStation, obviously the PlayStation Store and Bad Driver's YouTube channel. Those are the only times I look for PlayStation games to play. If I see a commercial, okay, maybe. If I see a trailer on the internet, maybe. But I'm not actively going and searching for new games to play. The games come to me. I don't go to them. They come to me. So if you ask, like, okay, assuming most people mean what's my next major real game platinum, like not just a quick, easy platinum, obviously. Nobody, in general, nobody cares about those games unless they're actually decent games, which it is a minority, but some of them are. The next real game that I'm gonna play. Now let me ask you this. Does it have to be, is it okay if it's a free-to-play game that has, is it okay if it's pay-to-win? Is it okay if there are microtransactions? That's what I want to know. When people look at their trophy list, when they look at my trophy list, are they asking, am I investing actual money into beating this game? Or making it easier for me to get that platinum? And believe it or not, I have played free-to-play games that have platinum without spending a penny. So, the next major game, I mean, I want to say Path of Exile 2, but I feel like there's still some time. Like, I hate to say this, but like time for Diablo 4 to catch up, to get their shit together. But is that going to happen? I don't know. Is Path of Exile 2 going to eventually be released? Of course. Now, if you think you know when, then you haven't really followed games like by Activision Blizzard. They keep delaying the release. It happens. Just Activision Blizzard gets the most shit for it. Like, is it unfair? Probably. Is it true though? Yeah, it is. Well, I'm trying to think about what's coming out, and like I really don't know everything that's coming out, but I should just go to PSN profile site and just look up what the popular platinums are. But I question getting into Souls games. Honestly, I've questioned it. I'm afraid to, because I know I'll get addicted, and like I don't like losing. I understand it's gonna happen. Like, there are games I've given up on, and I don't want that to happen as much as possible. But I've seen a lot of playthroughs of Elden Ring, and it is intriguing. Having that said, I don't know. I hate to follow up this question with another question that I don't really know how to answer, or can answer. I'm gonna leave it at this. I don't know enough of what's coming out next, the next major AAA game, to make an accurate guess on which game I want to platinum next. That is a AAA game. That is a normal platinum. I don't know. I really don't want to give you guys that answer, but that's the answer I have for that question. I'm sorry. Question number 9. Alright, so again, I apologize. I sort of already answered this question. Do I play any games for fun? I know you think I answered that already, but let me explain it. Let's expand upon it. Does playing a game for fun mean I don't intend on platinuming it? Does playing a game for fun mean I don't care about the trophies? Because I'll tell you right now, every game I've played, I care about the trophies. I care about the platinum, as long as it's reasonable. If it's gonna take away my time from other shit that I'd rather be doing or have to do in real life or in PlayStation Universe, whatever, then that's when I question whether I really want to get that platinum or not. But in terms of fun, you guys know I like NBA 2K. I haven't gotten one recently, but I don't want to say it's the same old shit, but like I think I gotten used to a lot of the shit, and like I feel like the multiplayer especially is very dependent on your internet connection. And if we're all on PlayStation, right, assuming no one has a pro right now, why are some people lagging and some people aren't? And the only answer to that is their internet connection. I don't know. That's a really big. I want to say like that's a really big turnoff for me. It just doesn't sit right. But like, I played Diablo 4 for fun. The base game without the expansion, generally easy platinum. The trophies for the expansion, which is being counted as DLC, like it doesn't have a separate platinum like Monster World. It's just more trophies like in Genshin Impact. And the majority of the trophies in the Vessel of Hatred are doable. And I've been starting to lose interest in Diablo 4 as well. I really didn't want that to happen, but like, it's just not there. It's an unfinished product. I will be the first to say Diablo 4 was not polished. It didn't go through enough beta testing. There wasn't enough PTRs. At the time there weren't even any PTRs. And I don't know. Do I play anything for fun? Believe it or not, even disregarding the dopamine factor, right? I do have a lot of fun on some of these easy platinums. And I think the most rewarding part, I know that's kind of contradictory, kind of oxymoron, but the most rewarding part of an easy platinum is when you actually enjoy it. And are there easy platinums that are just a fucking chore that fucking get annoying when you consider bugs and all this bullshit? Of course. That's why I try to do my research on some of these games. Like, I actually watched the entire Bad Driver video. I just don't watch the middle bit or the little blue text. I actually watched the whole video to see what a person, an educated person more than I am in regards to easy platinum. Why would I not listen to what he has to say? Like, he knows more than me, doesn't he? He's the one making the fucking guides, not me. Okay. And we're moving on to the last question here. Question number 10. End of the road. This last question I kind of compiled a lot of the questions I get, because like they're all around like the same theme of it. I phrased it in a way that I thought lumped all the other questions together, sorta, like even questions that aren't on this top 10 list. Where can I find out more details? That probably wasn't the greatest compilation of questions, but that's sort of what people have asked me. And this, I don't want to say the simplest I can explain it, but like to answer that whole like umbrella of questions there, use psnprofiles.com. You don't even need to have an account on psnprofiles.com. You need to have a PlayStation account, obviously. Well, you know what I mean. Like, why would that intrigues me actually? Now that I think about it, who is looking at PlayStation profiles and they don't play the PlayStation? That's no. That's another topic. Yeah, psnprofiles.com is like, it's probably a trophy hunter's best resource in terms of the PlayStation, because the website, if and when you do make an account, which I highly encourage, they're not fucking sponsoring me to say that shit. I don't know anyone from psnprofiles.com. I wish I did, but I don't. But they give recommendations for what your next trophy should be if you're looking at 100% platinum everything, etc. They show you, there's a whole bunch of stats that you guys don't know about. If you just look at the fucking site, like, there's a lot of good information on there. Like, a lot of it is good for like videos and shit like this, because it will tell you this is your 100th platinum, this is your most recent platinum, blah blah blah, your rarest, whatever. And I mean, other than that, the only other source is obviously the PlayStation network, in terms of like the stats, because like in the menu, in the UI in the PS5, it'll actually tell you how many hours you spent on certain games. I'm not going to say mine, but you can use your imagination. But yeah, I think that's what you guys mean when you ask me for details, like, because I don't know how else I can answer that sufficiently to I mean, you know, at the end of the day, if you want an answer to something that I did not answer in this video or past videos, like the 35K one about hitting PlayStation level 999, I'm way past that by now. You know, that's one thing PSN Profiles gives you. It calculates the number of like points you would get from certain levels and converts it into an actual PlayStation level based on that progression. It's actually pretty cool if you think about it. And it shows you what your level would be if 999 wasn't the cap, which to me is crazy. But yeah, just ask me. As far as I know, I do screen my comments, so like I'm gonna get the comment eventually. Yes, I do have to approve of those comments. No, if you leave some fucked up shit in a comment, if someone did that to you, would you report them? Would you try to get them banned? Keep in mind, treat other people the way you want to be treated. That's all it comes down to. If you are a sociopath and like to treat people badly, then don't treat people badly. I hope that covers everybody out there. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I don't know if I should make an outro or just end the video now. I think I'll end it now. I'm gonna make a little part or some note in addition that all this has links in the description for the chapters of which question is answered. And because if you didn't notice, I did one video for each question, and I compressed them together. So there are chapters, and like I know what the timestamps are, etc. So this is me making an actual video with some editing involved. There you go. That is it right there. It took me how many years on YouTube before I made a real video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that answered your guys' questions. Again, maybe not again. I don't think I've ever said this, but without getting too emotional, to everybody who's watching this video, who watched previous videos, who sends me a message, who doesn't leave me a comment, who doesn't or does subscribe, whatever, thank you for your support. Take care of yourselves and each other.